community has been absolutely terrific as it comes to reporting information that they have, things they may have witnessed, things they may have seen, turning over video that has really helped us further the investigation and aid investigators. One point I just want to clarify is Robert Crimo III, he's 21. He'll be 22 in September of this year, and he's a resident of Highland. So throughout the past 24 hours, investigators have spoken with numerous witnesses, some of the survivors. They've had the opportunity to review numerous video clips, both from cell phone video recordings and fixed cameras in the area, and they've conducted a number of other follow-up investigations. And based on where we're at this point in the investigation, and some of this is still preliminary, so is subject to change as we keep moving forward, but we do believe Crimo pre-planned this attack for several weeks. He brought a high-powered rifle to this parade. He accessed the roof of a business via a fire escape ladder and began opening fire on the innocent Independence Day celebration goers. The rifle was purchased in Illinois, and the information we have thus far is that it appears to have been purchased legally by Crimo. During the attack, Crimo was dressed in women's clothing, and investigators do believe he did this to conceal his facial tattoos and his identity and help him during the escape with the other people who were fleeing the chaos. During the attack, we believe that Crimo fired more than 70 rounds from this rifle into the crowd of innocent people. Following the attack, Crimo exited the roof, he dropped his rifle, and he blended in with the crowd, and he escaped. He walked to his mother's home, who lived in the area, and he blended right in with everybody else as they were running around, almost as he was an innocent spectator as well. He borrowed his mother's vehicle. We issued an alert yesterday afternoon. Chief Jogman provided the vehicle information and Crimo's information. We're very thankful that an alert member of the community saw Crimo's vehicle traveling southbound on Route 41, dialed 911, an alert North Chicago police officer spotted the vehicle, waited for additional backup units to arrive, conducted a traffic stop, and they were able to safely apprehend Crimo with no injuries to the officers. Inside the vehicle, there was a second rifle located. Indications is that was purchased by Crimo as well. Thus far, over 30 people were injured during the attack, and this does not include the 6 who lost their lives. Right now, Crimo remains in custody at this time. There are no indications that there was anybody else involved in this attack. By all indications, it appears Crimo was acting by himself. The Lake County State's Attorney's Office has been with us from the ground level. They're with us this morning. They were with us through the night. We continue to review the information. Investigators are still developing leads and very critical information. Once we're at a point where we're ready to review all of that information for charges, we will sit down with the state's attorney and review for criminal charges.
I saw no signs of trouble. And if I did see signs, I would have said something. But there was no signs of trouble.
What was he doing with his life? He was 22. Was he going to school? Was he working?
I think he was out of. He didn't go to college, and he was like a YouTube rapper that I know. But I never even previewed his videos at all.
Yeah.
I just know that he's on YouTube.
So he was trying to do rapping and
yeah, he's a rapper, and then he's also an artist. He was a good artist a while back.
Was he professional? Was he getting paid for it?
No. You know, he drew good.
Did he have a job?
At Panera Bread, he worked from maybe 2 years ago.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah,
but he'd been unemployed.
Right.
And no mental problems or psychological problems in the past?
Not that I know of, no. He's a real quiet kid. He keeps everything to himself, and he doesn't express himself out. So he just like sits down on his computer, and there's no interaction between me and him.
It's Jay Coffee on the vid, back with an update into another horrific, tragic event. Feels like we're talking about something of this nature every couple weeks or so. And then, you see the internet, the news, society is in a frenzy discussing and debating, GUNCONTROL. Comment with your thoughts into all of that. And even as we're speaking about this horrific tragedy, there were reports of something going down in Philly last night as well. It's like, what the hell is going on? I didn't, really check into the Philly situation that much yet. Comment everyone out there regarding Philadelphia. But some stuff I want to point out, though, about this Shooter in custody Robert or Bobby Crimo. You heard his uncle talking, that he is a YouTube rapper. He used to work at Panera Bread. He didn't see any signs, but at the same time, it didn't sound like he paid much attention to his nephew. But listen, I'm going to pin a link below. It is a music video from this guy. And it seems it's pretty weird. It's like it's a song with the animated video that seems to depict what happened. As we're hearing, he was planning this. It seems he was also, rapping about it or whatever in his music. So they better use those lyrics in court for sure, as we've heard this go down with other rappers. I'm not trying to get into a big heated debate about that, but I'm just saying plain and simple, he did what he did, and he was talking about it in his music, and not just talking about it, depicting it in the video via the artwork and other things of that nature. And I tell you, something I talk about all the time on this channel is the youth being lost in the sauce with the internet. And what I mean by that is, jumping online and getting caught up in situations, being online all the time, going down rabbit holes, taking in all kinds of different content on one subject, and then getting deep into theories and stuff like that, and just getting so far into it, they kind of lose their mind and lose touch with reality. And we see this very often, like on a horrific scale, as in this situation, and in just other situations with nothing to exactly do with this. Just the idea that the youth are getting so lost in the internet, they're getting flucked in the head behind it. Seriously, like in other situations, something I pointed out before, that there's individuals that get straight up identity crisis where, I don't know, say they're into a particular music artist or something like that. They'll sit there, or a certain lifestyle or a certain whatever. They'll sit there and just spend hours going down those internet rabbit holes and taking in all that info about whatever the topic is, to the point they start talking about it like they think they know everything about it, and they almost try to take on that ish, and they think that that's them. It's crazy, but it's true. I'm telling you, you could take that to the bank. Comment if you guys are familiar with what I'm talking about. If maybe you've seen it in your own life, you've seen someone get lost in the sauce like this and totally develop a whole nother identity. It's crazy, I talk about this all the time. The internet, how some generations we didn't have the internet, now we do. There's these other generations that it's just always been there, and they just get way too deep in it and lose touch with reality. Some even to the point they lose touch with society, and they're totally antisocial outside of the web. It's insane. But if you guys pay attention to all the different images and videos and stuff like that popping up on the screen in this video as well, anyone who tunes into my channel on the regular, whatever is on the screen is always, pertinent to what we're talking about in one way or another, more or less. Just pay attention, you know what I'm saying? With this one symbol, everyone's debating, what is this symbol about? A lot of people are, pulling up links and quoting stuff and saying this is the symbol of a far-right group. And we see that he used this in one of the pictures. It's behind him in his music. It's in his artwork. It's all over the place. He was using this symbol heavily, to where some people were responding and commenting and saying that's his symbol. And man, you hear when he was apprehended that he had another WEAPON with him. I gotta wonder if he was on his way to go hurt more people or something. I don't know. But thank God that whoever put out that 911 call that saw him, and what did they say? It was his mother's car, his grandmother's car, that someone was on point and made that call, and they were able to apprehend him quick. This issue is a bit crazy. I'm not trying to have people shook or anything. I'm just saying I'm a little nervous. I hate that we keep seeing this again, as we're talking about people getting lost in the sauce, and it makes me wonder, or worry about this becoming some kind of sick trend or something. Like, be on point, everyone, everywhere you go. Be safe. I don't know. Just comment what your thoughts about this across the board. But man, it's just rather shocking the way, as you heard them describe this horrible tragedy and the evil plan that this devil carried out. Going on a roof, dressing as a woman to blend in, just seemingly traveling by foot, blending in with everyone. I guess maybe then he changed up what he was wearing, and that's when he was dressed as the woman, and just went and blended in with everyone else. It's I don't know, it's shocking to just see all this transpire, and to just hear this update and hear the plan that he put together and carried out. Anyone out there, don't, whether it be your own friend, your own family, or someone you just see around, you see someone plotting or something like that, or you see any kind of signs, report that. You could save lives. But jump in the comments. Again, I want to talk about all this, as I was stating, about the craziness of the internet. That's why over here on this channel, whatever news topic we're talking about, we try to break it all down and discuss it and look at the reality of what's going on and just kind of process everything. So please join the discussion in the comments. Share your thoughts. Stay tuned for updates. Rest in peace to all those lost. You heard the numbers. 6 deceased, 30 injured, 70 rounds fired. It's just so sad, man. Again, though, there's a link pinned below. Go check that out. Again, that is music from this evil killer. Music and video, illustrations, artwork, whatever. Just showing that this was planned about and put into music, and I gotta wonder, you hear the uncle, I'm not sure all the family members that lived in that household, but the the uncle is like, he's a quiet kid and he was into his art and everything like that. But you heard him say he never really listened to any of the music. I wonder if anyone in the family did. It really makes you think they might have heard what he was talking about and possibly did something. Maybe stop this event from even happening. Comment below. Let me know what you think.